gonna say it. And then so like the disease kicks in over time once I've been asked to speak. So he like, you ain't worthy. You ain't got nothing to say. That's big time, Raj. You speaking at a convention. You know, you small potatoes, man. You know what I'm saying? What you think you gonna do? You know, but this time versus the last time they got it, you know, because it always gets at me like that every time. I shook it off, right? I'm like, no, you ain't gonna get me this time. And I put it behind me. You know what I mean? And I didn't focus on it. But all this time didn't pass. And it's getting closer to the time, right? Yep. So then it get back at me. It doubles back. You know, it does that, right? So they say, hey, Raj, what you gonna wear? Right? Because they can tailor. He knows what I like. You know, he say, hey, man, you know you like to be fresh. Come on. So what you gonna wear? So I say, hey, man, you right. I need to get online. Give me some shoes. I need to go to the store, get me a shirt. So I need to be fresh, right? Because it'll trick you. Think it's hey, no, it's an outside job, right? It's not an inside job. It's outside. You know what I mean? To get to tricking you and stuff. You know, if you lend a little bit of your ear, right? So I bid on that a little something, right? Because I was like, man, them shoes is nice. I need to get these. So then came back around on me again as it gets closer to the time and say, what about your hair, man? Because look here, anybody that know me, right? I got an ongoing hair appointment every Friday at 5:30. What is today?
Thursday.
So, I'm sitting there like, man, what you gonna do, man? So I say, you know what? This is growth right here for me, y'all. I said, I'm not gonna change my appointment, and I'm gonna come as is. Right? Because that's growth for me. You see? So I'm gonna go back to the origin of when I start feeling like there was an inside fight where I got to show out. See, long time ago, you know, my pops was my barber, right? And I didn't care about how he cut my hair until I got to junior high. And that's when I cared, because, you know, all the girls was there, and they clowning me and say, hey, what kind of haircut is that? That's a bowl cut. Because my pops didn't know how to fade, right? So I'm like, man, what is this? You know, they're clowning me, so it's a fight inside, because I don't know how to tell my pop. Because he's happy to cut my hair. You see what I'm saying? I'm going to let him down. Or, because he got an anger problem, he might give me a whooping. He might cuss me out and all of that. So I'm not even going to. So I'm going to school getting clowned and all of that. And it started getting me down because the girls was laughing hard at me and everything. And I want to look good for the girls, right? And then I was like, you know what? One day it got enough of me. I said, man, because I couldn't deal with the pain of just look. Because I'm sitting there looking. Because see, the thing is, when you fight against it, you get mad at the person. I'm mad at him. And he has no idea, right? So I say, Pop, they clowning me at school, you know. I think this time I'm going to go to the bar. You know what I mean? Wow. And guess what he did? And this is the thing. It wasn't a catastrophe. I didn't even get the belt out. You know, and none of that. He started laughing. He said, okay, son, it's fine. Whoa. Right? And it wasn't nothing to see. My mind gives a narrative. Because I don't want no confrontation. So my mind give me a crazy narrative. He going to go off on, he going to do anything, he going to cuss me up. He didn't do none of that. Right? So as I get older, right, I'm getting my street resume together. Okay. You see what I'm saying? My street resume. Okay. Right? Because see, now, you know, I figure they going to like me if I start using, because see, the girls like the bad boys. You know what I'm saying? The girls like the bad boys that get high. You know? They, you know, when I go to jail, right, I don't tell. You know what I'm saying? And all of that. And so I figured, you know, my street resume, I had to have that built up for when I had my street cred, right? For when I get in the crime crews and all of that, I'm getting drafted and traded and all of that to different crews, you know what I mean? And you know, and it's like, and they loving that. You know what I mean? And so I remember one day, I was going going to a community college, you know, because my mom, to appease my mom, you know what I mean, to stay with my mom, she like, you got to go to school. So I go to community college, and I was good at it, right? Okay. But the thing is, though, is I still have my foot in that other world. You know what I'm saying? And so I got my little check. You know, they pay you to go to school. I get my money. And the thing, my partners and I'm hanging with them. They like, Raj, you missing out. We making all this money. You know what I mean? And they put the facade on. Okay. You know, I didn't see no cars. I didn't see no houses. I didn't see nothing. It didn't take none of that for me to be convinced that they making money, right? So I'm sitting there like, man, I got to be down with that. So after my first semester of going to school, I drop out in the second semester to go rock with them. And like I said, it was a facade, right? So that means that when I got over there with them, they didn't have none of the money they said they had. Look, I'm spending my check with hanging out with them, and I'm buying everything. They Raj, you got to pay your dues, man. You got to pay your dues to be down with us. You know what I mean? So I start breaking myself to hang with them. To, you know what I mean? And the thing is, the people pleasing, man, at its finest. You know, so when I got clean, February 14th, 2017, that was a wonderful and glorious day, man. And it was strongly suggested that I get me a sponsor, right? So I get me a sponsor, and of course I got the kind of sponsor that's gonna get me right in them steps, right? So I get in them steps, and I'm like, yeah, he gonna, oh, this is good, yeah, he gonna want to hear this, yeah, he gonna like this, and he gonna like that, and you know what I'm saying, all the stuff that he wanted, you know what I mean, he wanna hear, you know what I'm saying, and guess what? He said, nah, man, that ain't what I, you know, it's gotta come from you. You can't put what I want to hear and all that, but I want to look good to my sponsor, you know what I'm saying, and all of that. I didn't have that kind of sponsor, I found out. You see what I'm saying? So, we hanging out, you know what I mean? We going to meetings and all of that. And then, you know, he's selling the t-shirts and all of that. I'm working the booth with him and all of that. You know, I'm getting my GA, you know what I'm saying? I'm getting, look here, my rent at the SLE was $300. And so I only get $336, so I'm take home $36, you know, but I'm rocking with him, no. He's selling t-shirts, you know what I mean? And I'm all the events and all of that. And then something inside me, man, I'm getting resentful, man. I'm getting resentful because I'm like, man, you're making all this bread, man. I ain't getting a dollar, man. So I sit here, look, I'm getting mad at him. Like he got me doing all, no, you got you doing all this. You got you doing all, he ain't got you doing a nothing. Not a nothing. But I'm going along, you know what I mean, it's building up, you know what I'm saying? And so, I'm like, man, I'm talking to everybody else about it. I'm going all around the issue. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, this and that. And, oh, man, hey, you know. So I say, hey, man, let me holler at sponsors, man. So I say, hey, you know, I'm only getting this amount of money, you know what I'm saying? And then I'm thinking I should, you know what I mean, maybe I can, you know, and it was okay with him because the narrative wasn't what, because I want to look good to my, you know what I mean? I love him. But the thing is, it don't never turn out, the narrative never turns out the way that your head and the way the disease, you know what I mean? It just don't work that way. So he started paying me, man. You know what I'm saying? But in the meanwhile, I gets me a job, right? This was a good day for me, man. I said, man, I'm gonna get some money, you know? And I start working for one of us, right? This dude, I met him in the program, you know what I'm saying? Actually, I met him at the treatment program. You know, I met him in treatment. Let's be honest here. I'm here to be honest, right? So I met him in treatment. That's right. So we became homies and friends and all of that. So look here, I'm working for him, and we hanging out. We playing video games. We going to the arcade and playing. So we hanging out outside of work and all of that. Till things start getting real weird, man. I'm talking about like, see, the pray frequency started out like every day, Pat. Right? Every day. Then after that, every 2 days. Okay, every 3 days. Now every week. Every 2 weeks, I'm like, man, hold on, man. What's going on? The dude just started using again, man. See, I forgot to mention, dude has 0 program. 0. Maybe -0. Dude didn't go to meetings. Didn't have a spot. He wasn't doing what I was doing. He wasn't walking the way I was walking. He wasn't moving the way I was moving.
Right.
You did? Could none of this rub off on that dude. So the thing is, you know how we do. You know, we ended up, you know what I mean? And so the thing is, though, I'm holding it all in. I'm mad. I'm mad. Because, you know, I done took on some bills now. You see what I'm saying? And so he's making it all funny for me now. And so I'm like holding it in. Because I'm like, this dude can pay me, though. You know what I mean? And I'm having an attitude with him, his attitude. And so he gets to using on the job, y'all. Drinking and smoking his little vape pen and all of that. And I'm like, man, I'm holding it in. Hey, man, I'm here for you when you need some help, man. Hey, man, just so I can get paid. Because I'm stuck to the money. I'm only doing this for the money, right?
Yeah.
The thing is, though, is that wasn't enough for me. You know what I mean? And then the thing is, though, is like we were having our relationship was far. I wasn't playing not a one video game with dude that no more, man. And I wasn't hanging with him outside of work. You know what I mean? I started getting attitude every time I was around that dude. And I would sit there, I'd be butting my lip because he's getting at me crazy. But the money. The money. The money. The money. The money. The money. So it comes to a hill. Of course, that's all things do when, and so I don't hear from him for a while. He come back and say, hey, Raj, I'm trying to get the game back together again. What's up with you? So I'm owed the money. So I goes back to work. Same thing happened again. Like, come on, Raj. I button my lip. I don't say the money. Till I just had enough, you know what I mean? And I was like, man, you know what? See, it's this word. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if some of y'all have used it before, you know what I mean? It's a profound word once you got enough. You had enough, right? I had enough. And he called me one last time and said, hey, no.
Come on, man.
No. And then look, he couldn't take no. Blocked. Blocked. And I felt like at that moment, God just, see, when you overcome that, God just said, hey, you ready for that next level now? I'm gonna put you up there. And I got into alignment. Because, hey, the money, hey, when I could turn down that money, because see, the thing is, he ended up owing me money and all this other stuff. Hey, so what? Keep that. That's right. Keep that. I don't need that. God's got something bigger and better for me. So I'm sitting on my hands. You know what I mean? I'm moving to another spot. And this dude, right, one of my housemates, he's in this very active addiction, right, very active. Yeah. And but when I went in there, he gave me a bunch of furniture was given to him. I didn't have no drawers and no dresser, no nothing, all of that, right? And so I'm like, oh yeah, thanks and all that. Yeah, it's nothing, all whatever. Thing is though, right? And this dude got a 60-inch screen, right, in his room next door, and it sounded like an IMAX theater. When he, you know what I mean? He got his volume all up. But I'm like, man. But my lip, I'm like, man, I want to knock on this man. Hey. So I politely, after a while, after I had enough. Hey, man.
Enough.
Hey, man, you mind, he got to but see, it took so long because, see, I want to avoid confrontation. I just met this dude. He done gave me all this furniture, man. Yeah. Be cool, Raj. He's a good dude. But like I said, he's in his active addiction. He don't care nothing about nothing. Okay? So the thing is, though, is all right, I'll turn it down. All right. Same behavior again and again. All type of naughty up, in and out, all of this. I'm back and forth. I'm talking to the residential. Hey, what's up? Can we do? She like, call the police. I'm like, man, I ain't finna call the police on no black man. You know what I'm saying? Because in my head, the narrative is going to be once the police come there, they finna wrap him up. He might get killed because he's going to be acting crazy and all that other kind of stuff. In my head, because that's what the climate is right now. Okay? So this is what's pictured in my head, and I hold off. I'm talking about I am insanely pissed. I am mad, right? So we go ahead and we take a group conscious, right? One day he come in, he didn't stay up for 3 days, right? You know how we do. You know, we up all late, he got into a fight out there, he come in crying, banging stuff around, and all of that. They say, Raj, look, when you was gone, Raj, hey, he came to your door with a big old stick, right? And started bamming on it. Because see, the thing is, though, at this point in time, Ivan actually took action against getting this dude kicked out of there,
Exactly.
right? You see what I'm saying? And so, but I've been holding off to lower the boom on him, right? But I'm like, hey, now he threatening my well-being now.
Come on.
So now I got to do what I got to do. So they say, Raj, you call the people, right? They put it on me. My housemates, they put it on me. You call them. You know, right? Since you got the problem with them. You know what I'm saying? And so I do something I ain't never. Look here, man. I don't know how old I was when I ain't really never had to call the police on no people. But I went on ahead and dialed some foreign digits on 911. Okay? And I dialed those digits, and they said, does he have any weapons? And again, they asked, does he have any weapons? And again, they asked, because see, the thing is, they spooked. You know, they ain't finna just come over here and run up into something. So I said no and no and no. I acknowledged the timer. So they came through. Did none of the narrative happen the way that I thought was going to happen? And it was all fine because he straightened up once they got there. He wasn't crazy no more, right? He wasn't nuts. And everything was fine. He know how to play the role.
Come on.
So anyway, I was diligent, you know, and going to meetings and all of that. And then look here, another job was bestowed upon me. And I get a call. And they say, hey, Raj, you want to be a supervisor? Have you ever been a supervisor? And I was thinking about that street resume I was talking about, right? You know what I'm saying? I was like, hey, I done told a few people what to do. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I done made some plays. You know what I'm saying? But that's in that other life, in that fantasy life that has nothing to do with professional life. Nothing. So I could not say that to that person. So I just simply said, no, I haven't. Not on paper. But I'm willing. Right? I was willing. So I got in there as a supervisor. I'm ripping and running all around. I'm people pleasing to the 10th power. I'm doing my job, your job, your job, your job, your job, your job, and your job. Right? Because I want to look good for the boss, for the boss. So, but I'm a supervisor, there's people under me that can do that. But I'm doing everybody's job around there trying to look the best. So I looked so good, I was promoted to manager. And there's this word that keeps being said to me and just been brought to me called delegation. Delegate. Okay? And so at this position, at this junction, I am now delegating because the thing is, though, I have to also write people up and correct people. And that's what I'm spooked of, right? I'm sitting there like, man, I'm trying to avoid all kind of confrontation. And I'm like, they're going to blow up at me if I say they, so I'll just go ahead and do the job for, for me, because I know how to do it best. That's what you're telling yourself, right? I can do it best as I can did it. But no, you delegate. And so I got over that, man. I got over that once I start doing it because I see the narrative is not true. What I'm telling myself, I will write you up if you don't do the job. Okay? And so that's where I'm at right now. I appreciate everybody here, and I just thank God it's a blessing to be here. I got my mom out here, and she ain't never seen her son clean for no 4 years at all. Ever. I got my step-brothers here, my sponsorship family here supporting me, and I would never, ever trade this life for nothing in the world. There ain't no reason I can think of to turn back. So with that, I'm done. Thank you for letting me.